Okay, good.
And then they're gonna start soon.
Okay. Thanks.
My wife calls it
The rock right there.
or there's a couple in the back.
I'm gonna take most of my photos here until I go down there, just so you know.
Oh, that's fine.
I was practicing earlier and then I somehow got in front of the cameras and I was like, oh no, that would totally ruin the video. So I pretty much have to stay right here, I think.
More people come. Like a program? Yeah, believe that I know. Well,
Yeah.
like, crazy. Hey! Here's one. I'll go get my thing.
Big spacious room in front. It's hard to tell. So as you see the right of this, like
Please stand for our national anthem, sung by Globe University student Sarah Nelson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming,
Sarah. You may be seated. To begin our ceremony this evening, I would like to remind you to please silence your cell phones at this time. Good evening. We are absolutely delighted to have you here with us this evening. My name is Brock Vandervelden, Campus Director of Globe University-Madison West. Those of you with cameras and camcorders, please feel free to come up at any time and take pictures. That's what this thing's for. We at Globe University-Madison East and West are excited to celebrate this event with you. Tonight's graduation ceremony gives us the opportunity to formally recognize our graduates for their tenacity and perseverance throughout their journey, and our staff and faculty for their dedication. Would the staff and faculty of both campuses please stand? Let's give a quick round of applause for these folks. We are all very proud of your success that put you here this evening. I am sure you realize that this would not have been possible without the support of your friends and family. Graduates, would you please stand, turn and face the audience, and give a round of applause to your families and friends for their encouragement and help that led you to your achievement today. You may be seated. I am very excited to announce our graduate speaker who would like to share a few thoughts and memories of her time at Globe University. Our student speaker this evening is a graduate of our medical assistant program. Jamie is from Dodgeville, Wisconsin, and currently resides in Hollandale with her amazing 18-year-old son, Matthew, who unfortunately was unable to join us this evening due to some high school basketball commitments. Go Vikings, not Minnesota. Currently, Jamie enjoys volunteering at a flu clinic and attending any sporting event. Judy Buckstein, Medical Assistant Program Chair, had this to say about Jamie. Jamie Jelle is a very kind and caring person and makes you feel comfortable when you are around her. That is why she is going to make an awesome medical assistant. Please join me in welcoming our graduate speaker, Jamie Jelle.
Welcome, family, friends, and faculty. This has been an amazing journey, and to be here in this place at this date and time is somewhat surreal. There have been many ups and downs, late nights, and what seemed like endless studying, but standing here today makes the struggle a blessing. There have been many a laugh and many a tear. Thank goodness for Jody Sherman for always having a full box of tissue and a full candy bowl. On April 4th, 2010 was the date I started at Globe University. Going to a new setting is always a little scary, no matter what your age or your background. I worried about my son, my mortgage payments, utilities, and of course, how to keep gas in my car. I had all of these things on my mind, plus I was wondering if I was truly doing the right thing. The thing that scared me the most was the fact that I lacked computer experience besides Facebook, of course. And it's hard to believe this day and age, right? I'm serious when I say that. Every computer I touched, I virused or crashed. So thank you to Dee Dee and Sandy. Because of you guys, my computer skills are not quite IT quality, but they're okay. It was a great feeling passing the first quarter of school. It had already given me a sense of accomplishment and a sigh of relief. On Friday, July 19th, 2010, 3 days before the start of my second quarter, I suffered the unexpected loss of my dad. My dad was my biggest supporter and was so proud of my decision to better my life by returning to school. I went to school on Monday the 22nd, on the start of the quarter, thinking I could make it through the day. While waiting in the reception area to speak with Miss Sherman, a student that I didn't know noticed my sadness and came over and gave me a hug and offered condolences. I will never forget that act of kindness and compassion from a stranger. I spent some time in Jody's office and realized that I would not be able to continue the day or that week. That night I received an email from an instructor offering condolence and stating she was looking forward to meeting me when I returned. When I returned and attended patient care sciences with Judy, I immediately knew she was a kind, knowledgeable instructor with compassion and diligence. Also, her patience is priceless. Judy Buckstein was there for me as well as many other students. She is a friend and like a second mother to me. That quarter was hard. My emotions over the loss of my dad were all over the board. But despite the suffering, I had the support and comfort of knowing that I could go to Judy or Jody for anything. That quarter, I made the honor roll. Many instructors helped me to realize I have talent. They also told me the confidence will come with time, and they were right. All of the quarters passed one by one. In the last quarter, CMA seminar was a tough one, but we all made it through with the help of each other. As I look back, I remember thinking about my externship during the first quarter of school. I looked at it as the end game and oftentimes joked with other students and family members that knowing my luck, I would be placed in cardiology or OBGYN. These were two specialties I didn't think I would do so well in. Funny part of this is a couple of weeks before the end of our last quarter, Crystal Hansen came to me with the news she had a placement for me if I was interested. I asked where it was. She said Dean West. And I'm thinking, oh, great, yes. Then she said it would be OBGYN. I was stunned. First of all, I have great respect for Crystal. And second, we hadn't even taken finals yet. I was nervous to do my externship in OBGYN since it's one of the more difficult specialties. But Crystal reassured me of my skills and made me feel she had confidence in me. I had a great experience on my externship. The providers and staff welcomed me in and showed me the ropes. I truly learned amazing things, and I liked working for them and felt like I've been working for them for years. My externship resulted in my new career in family medicine with Dean Clinic. I am so grateful to be working with excellent providers and staff as well as being part of wonderful talent. Thank you to all our instructors and career development staff who believed in us when sometimes we didn't believe in ourselves. You oftentimes provided fun and interactive ways for us to learn, especially real life scenarios were great for a few good laughs and escaped tension. Thanks to our families who gave us the strength to drive our dreams home. Our families played a big role in support and understanding. This is my son's senior year. As he looks forward to his graduation, I feel confident that my commitment and my drive to go back to school has been an inspiration to him. Thankfully, he is really smart. Math was not a strong subject for me, and he had to tutor me during my math courses. Thank you for that. We all do have so many stories and good times to share. We will cherish these memories of our college days. So here's to all the late nights, early mornings, midterms, finals, flashcards, the study buddy who became your good friend. We made it through it all, no matter what the obstacle. The students here tonight have so much potential to do great things in their future, as well as the future of the people whose lives they will touch. Thank you to the faculty and staff who have touched our lives and made yourselves available to us as teachers, mentors, mothers, fathers, and friends to us students. Family, friends, and students, each one of you here tonight have played an important role with helping us to achieve our goal in graduating tonight. I am proud to be in the company of everyone here tonight and wish you all the best of luck.
Jamie, that was an outstanding speech. Let's give her one more hand of applause. Well, good evening. There's certainly one night each quarter that I look forward to immensely, and it's a night to celebrate our graduates. And my name is Rocky Klitsky. I'm the campus director at Globe University-Madison East, and it's my pleasure at this time to introduce our keynote speaker this evening. Coach Dave Richardson is a graduate from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Physical Education and Health with a coaching and athletic administration emphasis. Dave has 30 years of experience working in several Wisconsin school districts. He has worked in roles as a teacher, administrator, lecturer, and coach. Currently, he works in the Verona Area School District as their head football coach, strength and conditioning coordinator, and physical education teacher. As the head football coach over the past 12 years in Verona, Dave has compiled an impressive 120-30 record with 8 conference championships, 7 of those consecutively, with 7 conference and district coach of the year awards. In addition, Dave has brought the Wildcats to 10 state tournament appearances, 3 quarterfinal teams, 3 semifinal teams, and 1 state final team. Dave and his wife Patty have been married for 22 years and live in Verona with their 2 daughters, Brooke and Lexi. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Dave Richardson.
That all sounds pretty good. I must say tonight is an honor and a privilege. But I do want you to know one thing. When I got the message that Globe University called, I thought, finally, my big break. A college wants me to coach football. And then I find out there's no football. There's not even an intramural volleyball team at Globe. So what is a high school football coach going to tell a group of college grads? And I got to thinking. For 30 years, I've stood in front of inspired, motivated, dedicated students who wanted nothing more than to be successful. And tonight, I stand in front of inspired, motivated, dedicated students who want nothing more than to be successful. So to be honest, this is nothing more than a pregame speech. And the things that I might tell my players. If you know me at all, you know that I don't coach to the game, I coach to the relationships. So I can't tell you how honored I am to be here and express my thoughts about where you're about to go. First off, getting your degree was not a social event like those snotty little brats at the UW. I know, I was one of them. Best 6 years of my life, I just wish I could remember them. You have worked your tail off to be here tonight. Most of you have faced incredible adversity, and those people who said you can't, or do it this way, or worse yet, said no way. Well, I've got a little story for you about those no way people. My daughters and I went camping a few years ago. We went out to the Black Hills and we drove out there and we got to the outpost and we unloaded our camping gear. And the cool thing about out there is that you pack it all in. You can't drive to your campsite. So we pack it all on a donkey and we head out to our campsite. And as we were headed out, we passed campers coming back on the path. And they looked at us and they said, "Why are you loading up that donkey so heavily? That poor animal will never make it to your site." And my daughters and I looked at each other and we said, "Yeah, they're probably right." So I took all the stuff off the donkey and I put it all on my daughters. And off we went. And it wasn't for long that we passed another group of campers coming out. And they looked at my daughters, and then they looked at me like, "You? How could you let your daughters carry all that stuff while you're not carrying anything?" My daughters and I looked at each other and we thought, yeah, they're right. So my daughters loaded all the stuff on my back, and off we went. Soon we passed another group of campers, and they looked at my daughters like, you little brats. How could you make your poor old man carry all that stuff? My daughter said, yeah, they're probably right. And so we decided to put everything back on the donkey, and then we hoisted the donkey up on our shoulders, and off we went. We crossed a bridge over a river, and we lost our footing, and the donkey went into the river and was swept away with the current. Now the moral of that story, the lesson I learned, was that if you listen to your critics and try to please everyone, you will finally lose your ass. Trust yourself, trust your education, and you will always have your donkey with you. Secondly, you have earned this. And let me tell you another little story about earning something and the importance of it. I'm the youngest of 7. Anybody out there the youngest of a big family? You can feel my pain because we got nothing but hand-me-downs. Something new was just something old that was washed. I think I'm still wearing some of my older brother's underwear. We got nothing. But my parents, I was the 7th child. By that time, my parents were old and tired. And I discovered this so that if I needed something or I wanted something, I would pester them. Until finally, they just gave in. I became spoiled. Until I wanted that very special baseball glove. Any Cubs fans in here? You? Back in the day, my favorite player was Jerry Morales. He was a guy that was so cool because he always caught the ball underhand. And I said, I want to be like that guy. And I happened to see what kind of mitt he was wearing. It was a Wilson A2000 XLO. I had to have that mitt. Went to my dad, started tugging on him, said, Dad, I got to have this mitt, I got to have this mitt. My dad finally said, fine, let's go. We took off to the only sporting goods store in Madison at that time. It was called Petrie Sports. It was in the Hilldale Mall. Went there, ran into the store, I did, and pulled the mitt off the rack and showed it to my dad. My dad could care less what the mitt looked like. He just wanted to know how much it was going to cost. He looked at the price tag, $100. He didn't stop laughing until we got home. Needless to say, I did not get that mitt. But I wanted that mitt. And so for the next year, I did everything I could to earn enough money to purchase that mitt on my own. Now back in 1975, 74, when you shoveled a driveway or mowed a lawn or shoveled manure, you got about $1. So that was a lot of work, a lot of time for a 14 or 15-year-old to put in to purchase a mitt. But for a year, I did it. I saved my money until I had my $100, and we ran back to Petrie Sports, and I bought that mitt. And what I'm here to tell you today is that I'm proud to show you that I still have that mitt. There it is. "35 years later, this is the only mitt I've used. And I attribute it to exactly what it is that I earned it. And 35 years from now, you're all going to look back at this on this night just as proudly as I am to this mitt. Because everyone here has definitely earned your spot here tonight. This is what separates you from the others. You have earned this. You will never take this night for granted. No matter what has happened, what happens next matters. What happens next counts. I'll say that again. No matter what has happened, What happens next matters. What happens next counts. Trust yourself. Trust your preparation. It is game time. And like I've told every football team I've sent out on the field on Friday, it's your time, it's game time. Buckle it up and let's go to work. Congratulations, graduates. I couldn't be more proud of you.
Thank you, Coach, for that